Alrighty, folks, welcome into the AfterSchrock. I actually we didn't have a lot of calls that show. I got to just about everything that I had in my stack here to get through. We did the Apple thing with the new iPhone and the pricing. I guess I didn't get to the cracking ransomware. What basically happens if you ever get hit with a piece of ransomware, don't throw your hard drive away or format it, because a lot of times later on when they bust up the criminal ring that's running the ransomware, they get enough data that they can create a key, a universal key to unlock all your encrypted files. So basically, if you wait, you can a lot of times get it unlocked for free, but we're talking waiting years. So victims of a new form of ransomware that just appeared weeks ago in this case can now retrieve their encrypted files without having to pay the Bitcoin ransom. Discovered in early August, Ransom Warrior appears to be the work of hackers working out of India. The inclusion of "Have a Good Day with Love from India" on the ransom note is to be believed. The file locking malware targets Microsoft Windows users and is delivered to victims via an executable named a bigpresent.exe, which, if you run that file, it will encrypt all of your files with a weird extension. Victims are shown a ransomware note and given instructions to visit a dark web address in order to pay an unspecified Bitcoin cryptocurrency ransom. Yeah, that's a process. Getting on the dark web is not fun, too. The attackers offer victims the opportunity to decrypt files for free, but also note that it reminds victims that if they don't pay the ransom, they won't get their files back. What the heck? The attackers offer victims the opportunity, to decrypt 2 files for free. I missed the word 2. So you get 2 files back for free, but if you don't pay the ransom, you don't get the rest of your files back. Okay. Well, that's kind of them. At least you can get your QuickBooks file back, whatever. Pick which 2 files on your computer you want back. I guess that proves that you can decrypt it. So basically, good news there is if you get hit with Ransom Warrior, we can get your stuff back for you at Schrock without having to pay that Bitcoin ransom, so don't pay it. Let's see. No, the PC isn't dead. This story was kind of like a filler that I had just in case, I ran out of stuff to talk about. But despite the array of convertible notebooks and high-end tablets on the market and ongoing predictions of the death of the PC, that happens every year, you're probably still going to find yourself using a standard desktop somewhere. Nearly 2/3, 68% of businesses report that desktops are their primary computing device for employees. If you're using a PC, chances are it'll be with you for years to come. 70% of companies buy desktops to replace decommissioning desktops. That's because desktops honestly have more capability than laptops. They're more upgradable than laptops. They're a better business investment than a laptop is. And a laptop, especially modern laptops, are designed to last 18 to 24 months, and then you throw them away. So it's kind of stupid. Company-owned tablets and smartphones have even shorter lifespans, 2 to 4 years. Oh, they give them 2 to 4 years, but yeah. Maybe if they're company-owned and you have an IT guy patching them together, you can get them to last that long by cannibalizing them, but usually 18 to 24 months. All right. It's the big pieces of hardware that stick around the longest. 3/4 of organizations say they use servers for 5 or more years, and 32% say 7 or more years before they finally replace them. How long a piece of hardware is used depends on how long it keeps working. We replace it when it dies. 84% of IT decision makers said hardware failing is what drives them to replace devices. You really should have a hardware mitigation plan that has you buying new computers and stuff on a regular basis. Many businesses try to squeeze as much value out of their hardware as possible, using budget-friendly tech perhaps longer than they should, and try to only replace it when performance slows to a crawl or fails. So yes, the desktop is not dead. It's still used. In fact, we have our 2 guinea pigs for the holiday special. They're in the hopper. We're getting those produced right now. So next month you'll be hearing about their experiences with the holiday special. Laptop. Actually, we don't have the laptop pick. This is for the desktop. We'll still need 2 guinea pigs for the laptop once we select the laptop. That takes a little bit more time because we have to order in the units and try them ourselves to make sure that they're high performance enough to be the holiday special after our modifications. Can you raise the screen resolution on a laptop, Keith? No, you can't. Unless it has a removable graphics card, you can't. The only ones that have removable graphics cards are the super duper high-end gaming computers. If you spend $2 or $3 grand on a laptop, it'll have an upgradable graphics card. Otherwise, it won't. Hi, Janet. Okay, what else do we got here? We talked about, I don't know, after the last After the last Redstone update, Redstone 4, I am terrified of Redstone 5. Like, it was, you have no idea behind the scenes what kind of an ordeal it was to have Microsoft put out an update, then pull it back, and then re-release it again. The confusion that it caused. Do I have the right version of 1803 or the wrong version of 1803? And then we were comparing numbers, so we give you numbers on the radio. Check this, if this number matches, you're good to go. Then there were Windows updates that changed the number. So then people said, "Oh, it doesn't match. Oh, I need the update again." Oh my gosh, it was an absolute nightmare. So take my advice, guys. I'm trying not to be that guy on the radio so much and push on the salesy stuff. But take my advice. Buy the safe upgrade. I can't tell you how many customers. We actually had a discussion if we should offer safe upgrade this time around from a financial perspective, because we would make a lot more money if we just fixed people's computers when they broke. While that is true, and the bean counters, the accountants we meet with said, Thor, we're talking about, the amount of money we're talking about is, I could have bought my new truck in cash for the amount of money we're talking about. But it's not what we do at Schrock. And the second we start making decisions like that for the sake of maximize, of course we have to make money. We have to stay in business. We have people to pay. We have families to support. We have lights to keep on. We have bills to pay. This wonderful KFAB studio does not come free. They're one gracious hosts, but we write a gracious check. So basically, that we need to make money to keep the lights on, keep everything moving. But there's a line where it starts to become a little immoral, or a little amoral, at least. It's not immoral to charge people for products and services rendered, but it might be amoral when you have the ability to stop the charge from happening and you allow it to continue because it's in your best interest to. So basically, buy the Schrock Safe upgrade. You need one per computer. I failed to mention that during the show. So if you have 3 computers at home, you'll need 3 copies. We will eventually sell out of them. What's going to happen, those of you, you may have received a text message about the preventative maintenance checkup sale. I didn't talk about it on the radio because this show airs in Des Moines and in Lincoln a week from now. So obviously they're hearing the radio show from last week, this weekend. And they're hearing today is the last day for the preventative maintenance checkup sale. So we actually tried a new system where we sent out, a lot of people said they didn't want calls, so we tried sending text messages. We sent everybody text messages that had a mobile phone listed in our online system. And the messages were delivered, but the response rate was atrocious. It was terrible. I think we sold like 2 copies of the 2 maintenance checkup certificates from 4,700 text messages. So it was, if we would have called the same people with a robocall, there would have been, I don't know, 1,000 certificates sold, something like that. So it just goes to show you, that's when people complain about getting robocalls, that's why you get robocalls. They work. So we tried the text message thing. We're going to try it again. We're going to say, well, maybe, our most likely customers already had bought their certificates, so perhaps, and we didn't obviously text the people who already paid and bought one. So we only texted people that were Schrock customers for sometime in the last 3 years, but had not been in the last 6 months. So these are customers, and then they were not on the do not contact list. So basically we sent that out. So the safe upgrade thing is coming, guys. It's October. It's a big deal. We're going to send text messages. We're going to send emails coming out here soon. I expect that once we do the text messages and the emails, we're going to cut through at least half of those allotted certificates, or the safe upgrade licenses. And then as we get closer to October, because we don't know when in October this is going to release, right? It could release October 1st. We don't know. It could release October 31st as a Halloween joke. We don't know. So basically that means I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more radio shows where people will be able to purchase those safe upgrade licenses and install the safe upgrade before they end up getting it forced down their throat from Microsoft. So that's the deal. So if you have friends, family, things like that, please take a look. Let me see. I have a link. I can put it back on here again. SchrockInnovations.com, and then we click on Shop. So I do the same thing you guys do. I click on Specials. Our menu loads so fast because we don't put that analytics code in the header. Schrock Safe Upgrade October edition. Oh, by the way, if you did not get your maintenance checkup certificate, they are still, until the end of the day today, they are still available on the specials page, the same specials page. In fact, I'll just give you a link to the specials page so you can see the maintenance checkup certificate and the safe upgrade there. So they're both there for you. All right, so last call for questions, guys. Any questions from anybody today? I thought it would be a driver issue. Yeah, no, Keith, it's not drivers. It's hardware limitation. That not only hardware, but also it can be your panel on your laptop. Your screen might have like a physical limitation to the resolution it can display based on the number of pixels that it can show. You can always hook up an external monitor though, but you know, you're limited by the graphics card anyway. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to talk Patrick through cracking open his iPod Nano and replacing the battery, you know, straight away there on the show. Yeah, I'm right in front of me if you want to walk me through it. All right, get a razor blade, insert it into the seam very carefully without slicing your finger off, and crack or pop all the little retention tabs. Now you'll see the battery. The battery will have adhesive under the bottom of it. Get your heat gun out and warm the battery up. Not too hot. There's a reason they say don't expose these things to open flame, because they will explode. But get it warm. Now we have gel packs for this at the shop where we put it in the microwave, we nuke them for like a minute and a half, and they get hot to the touch, and then we set it on the battery, and it gently raises the temperature of the battery in a safe way. But if you're at home and don't have that, use a hairdryer. Then once the adhesive under the battery is loosened, then you can peel the battery off the bottom of your iPod Nano. Disconnect the battery cable before doing so you don't rip the cord. Then you take your new battery, which of course just arrived, ding dong, here it is. Put that down on the old adhesive. It should be sticky enough to kind of hold it in place, but don't bother gluing it down again. That's not important. Connect that battery to the circuit board. Put the clamshell back together. Snap, 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 snap. Charge the battery until full. Power it on, and you're golden. So yeah, it's an hour of labor for us to do that in the shop. We are still, we have all the tools and everything we need to do phone repairs and tablet repairs. We have not started doing them yet because of the turnover in staff we've had. We had our entire Lincoln Service Center hired away, basically, so I've been rebuilding that. We just got another new hire in Omaha, so we have a senior technician there. The Lincoln Service Center is still down 2 senior technicians, so we're going to be interviewing for those positions next week. So yeah, once we have everybody in and everybody trained on the computer sales part and the computer repair part, then we can start introducing new features and services like phone repair. But while we're hiring, we are looking for people that have phone repair experience. All right, so I guess I take it there's no additional questions. I make it sound so easy, I know. Yeah, I have. Let me tell you about taking apart an iMac. That is not fun. That is way not fun. Whoo, not fun. The screens, I don't know what it is, they crack. Literally, taking apart an iMac, you could be best described as put on your Mario mustache, get a toilet plunger, stick it to the screen, no joke, heat the edges of the screen where the adhesive is, and pull. Yeah, what could go wrong in that process, right? They actually don't use a toilet plunger. They make special suction cups for it that are more powerful, and they're smaller, and they have handles on them, so when you, the screen doesn't go crack, because that happens like half the time if you don't have the right tools. It's not fun. Not a one-man job either. All right, guys, I got to get rolling. I've got a data center to get to, lovely Kimberly. And yeah, screen protectors are fun. I had to do one of those for a customer on their modular tablet the other day, and I was like, I hate doing screen protectors. And of course, the one time I get a perfect application, it couldn't even be on my device. It was on another customer's device. It was like no bubbles, no dust specks, nothing, just woo, smooth as butter. All right, guys. Well, I'll be back here, of course, next Sunday for another edition of Compute This. We are open today from noon to 5 in all the service centers. If you have a pickup or drop-off you want to do, you can get in on the maintenance checkup through 5 o'clock today if you want to drop off. If you plan on coming out tomorrow, don't. We are closed. So I couldn't talk about that on the air, obviously, because people hear the show in the other cities next week. So I can't talk. It's bad enough talking about the cancellation. I think that'll still be fresh enough, the game cancellation next week, that people will still be remembering that. But Lord help us if next week's is rained out too. But yeah, nevertheless, guys, we are closed on Labor Day, so don't come out on Monday. We won't be there. And then we'll be back again on Tuesday. So if you have pickups, drop-offs, things like that you want to get done, today is the day to do them. We're staffed. We're open from noon to 5. Have a great weekend, great holiday. Travel safe if you're out there traveling today. And don't forget to vote for us in the Best of Sarpy County. It's bestofsarpy.com, bestofsarpy.com. What if you're not in Sarpy County? Well, we had a discussion earlier about amoral and immoral. I don't know that it's immoral to vote on the best of Sarpy if you're not in Sarpy County. It might be amoral at best, but they don't ask you what your address is. So yes, if you're in St. Augustine, Florida, and you're going to vote at No Hamburger, that's hilarious. Omaha.com. So you put in bestofsarpy.com, which is like a subpage on the omaha.com site, and it brings up the page, right? So when you do Facebook, you can specify this is an SEO trick. If you have a website, you can specify what image gets loaded if you want to have an image on social media. So for example, if I show you right here, this is a link to the maintenance checkup certificate right here. And you will see that we have a customized image for this that loads automatically. And the funny thing is when we sent text messages for this link as well, that customized image also loaded for the text message too for people. Basically, this nice customized image shows up because we told it to. Now, if you don't tell it to, you'll get some random image. The KFOR website in Lincoln does this too. They don't have anyone there to set the Facebook image, so it just pulls some random image. So when we would say, we're going live on 1240 KFOR or KFORnow.com, and we put the link on there, it would pull up like a picture of like a guy in handcuffs or something. We're like, no, that's not it. But anyway, so you can check that out there. But you can go vote for us at No Hamburger. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great afternoon.